In 1993, when Lou Gerstner accepted the CEO position at the behemoth, faltering IBM Corporation, he encountered a company that was on the brink of extinction. The one-time computer giant had fallen victim to a corporate infrastructure so steeped in complex processes and archaic traditions that they lost touch with their customers. Hierarchies, turf wars, disconnected business units, these have become the hallmark of an American icon that just 3 years earlier had posted record profits. In his book, Who Says Elephants Can't Dance?, Gerstner recounts the remarkable reinvention of IBM and tells how that turnaround was fueled by transformation in corporate culture. Now you're probably asking, what does the world's largest information technology company have to do with Black & Decker Hardware and Home Improvement Group? The answer, everything. Because at the heart of any successful team enterprise, whether it's a winning basketball franchise, a $90 billion computer company, or yes, a group of home improvement businesses, lies a fundamental set of beliefs that comprise a winning culture. At Black & Decker Hardware and Home Improvement Group, our own journey towards building a winning culture began in 1999. At that time, the business was suffering from poor performance and uncertainty in the future. And while the vast majority of team members were good people, many were miscast or misdirected in their roles. Not surprisingly, our business numbers reflected that negative environment, and the outlook for long-term success was dismal. So I began to think about the qualities or behaviors that I considered crucial to building a successful organization. And through this process, we launched the 10 attributes that continue to drive our winning culture today. Over the years, that top 10 list has been tweaked, it's been refined a bit, but it has remained largely unchanged. What has changed is the face of our company. Today we operate from California to Pennsylvania, from Mexico to Canada, from the US to Asia. Our ever-changing workforce is comprised of 30-year veterans, recent college graduates, and on-the-job trainees. We are as diverse as the products we represent. Yet the one unifying constant is, and must continue to be, our commitment to a winning culture. At BDHHI, adopting a winning culture is not an option. It is an absolute business necessity, and it requires a commitment from each and every team member. Not a few, not the majority, but the entire organization. It starts right here, but it is sustained and nurtured by you. Lou Gerstner wrote of leading corporate culture change, you cannot mandate it, you cannot engineer it. What you can do is create the conditions for transformation. In the end, management doesn't change culture. Management invites the workforce itself to change the culture. So consider this my invitation to you. Through a clearly defined belief system, we've been given the foundation for a winning culture. Now it's up to each of us to embrace that culture and weave its tenets into the very fabric of our daily lives. If we, as an organization, can accept that challenge, we will succeed. Achieving commitments is at the top of the list. It's the number one cultural element within our winning culture. Achieving commitments is the ultimate report card that we are measured against. Workers should track their numbers because numbers are what we're asking folks to do every single day. At the end of the day, that's our report card, achieving those numbers. And only you as individuals or you as team members understand what those numbers are. They're going to lead to us collectively achieving our commitments.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
In order to achieve President Kennedy's vision, NASA identified more than 10,000 separate tasks necessary to put a man on the moon.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
They divided these tasks into manageable milestones: determining the environment in space and on the lunar surface, designing and developing the spacecraft and launch vehicles required, conducting test and flight missions to prove these components and procedures, and selecting and training the flight crews and ground support to carry out the missions.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The United States' achievement of its collective commitment to put a man on the moon was proof that enormously difficult endeavors can succeed, given the willingness and discipline of a team of gifted people. It's a lesson that the Kwikset team has also learned. It started out as a beautiful fall day at Tropicana Field in 1999, the setting for an annual Kwikset line review with a major retail customer. But the line review went so wrong, the day is now infamously referred to within BDHHI as the Tango in Tampa. The retailer told Kwikset that the Titan brand was not focused, not meeting their financial targets, and was not relevant to consumers. And because of this, Kwikset's 8 feet of shelf space was given to a major competitor. Rather than simply accept this defeat, the Kwikset team committed to both recover and exceed the $40 million worth of business they had lost. They identified 3 major goals: reinvent Kwikset's brand positioning and commercial execution, develop a new product line, and launch newly designed packaging. The project became known within BDHHI as Big Bang. Over the next 18 months, the team recreated every single product that Kwikset made. Whether it was adding features, changing the packaging, or modifying the specifications, literally every BDHHI department was involved. Once the team had the preliminary branding strategy and product lineup in place, they conducted 6 consumer and 2 builder focus groups in Philadelphia, Dallas, and Chicago. The team also gathered extensive quantitative feedback through over 1,000 surveys and 60 one-on-one interviews. The bottom line? The research confirmed what the major retailer had been telling Kwikset for years. Their existing approach wasn't effectively reaching consumers. The new products and branding they were proposing, however, were a very different story. The team's approach was a good, better, best strategy, and the old Kwikset, Kwikset Plus, and Titan products were reborn as Kwikset Security, Kwikset Maximum Security, and Kwikset Ultra Max. The new brand strategy accentuated many of the product's new features, such as Quick Install, Grade 1 Security Deadbolt, and the Eggnob style. With their great new product line and video testimonials from builders, installers, and homeowners, the Kwikset team was able to sell their new program to both of their major retail customers, one who even increased Kwikset shelf space by 15%. Not only did the team succeed in recovering and surpassing the business they had lost, they increased both their top line and bottom line performance. Equally important, they significantly enhanced the contributions the Kwikset line made to their customers' financial objectives. The team's dedication and ultimate success exemplifies BDHHI's commitment to achievement.
Great people starts with having a strong inner moral compass, a compass that allows us to act with the utmost integrity and the highest character. For those that lead an organization, it's about never settling. It's about surrounding ourselves, recruiting, about leading, about developing great people, and realizing that we're only as good as the people that we surround ourselves with. It's about never settling for non-performance and never settling for people that don't act with the highest integrity. Imagine yourself a scenario where you take the person that performs at the highest level in your mind, and they perform at the highest level with the highest integrity, and then surrounding yourself with just those people. How good would we be? We'd be an organization that would be unstoppable.
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
In one of the greatest moments in sports history, a team of great people achieved the impossible. United States hockey came of age on February 22, 1980 in a semifinal game in the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, New York. The young Americans faced off against the dominant and feared Soviets. Of the 20 U.S. players, none were all-stars, but each was handpicked by Coach Herb Brooks from several hundred prospects. He conducted numerous tryout camps and extensive psychological and personality testing, all to determine which players would make the best teammates. Entering the final period, the Soviets led 3-2. With the crowd wildly cheering, the U.S. delivered a stunning upset, winning 4-3. 2 days later, Team USA captured the gold medal by beating Finland 4-2. The U.S. hockey team exemplifies how a group of uniquely skilled individuals can become a team of great people. Just like a coach recruits and develops the players that will make his team most successful, BDHHI's success is dependent on how well we hire, train, and retain our team of great people. The hiring winners process was developed through extensive research to identify each individual's strengths, working style, and behaviors, ensuring the best fit for each individual within the company from the very beginning. Hiring winners groups the predictors of job success into two main categories: capabilities and motivation. Within capabilities, the process looks at job-specific expertise, transferable proficiencies, and adaptability. Motivation is comprised of work style, values, and work interests. The hiring winners process goes something like this. First, we develop a job description and key results areas for the position. When a resume comes in, the hiring manager uses this information to identify candidates to be included in the interview process. The first step in the interview process is a pre-screen telephone interview. If the candidate is chosen to progress to the next round, she is asked to complete the employment history form, and the hiring manager conducts an in-depth interview. Upon a successful interview with the hiring manager, the candidate is interviewed by small groups of 2 to 3 employees at a time. These interviews are conducted by peers, other managers, and internal business customers. Once the small group interviews are complete, the interviewers conduct a consensus meeting to compare their opinions of how well the candidate meets the hiring winner's criteria. Throughout the entire process, the hiring team continually references the hiring winner's process to ensure that if hired, the candidate will be a successful member of BDHHI's Great People team. Individual growth and development are the next essential components of building a great organization. Once a new employee is hired, the hiring manager uses the hiring winners process to assist with developing a training and career plan to ensure that the employee has the best possible opportunity to excel at BDHHI. Ensuring that we hire, develop, and retain great people also makes good business sense. Higher morale, individualized training, and well-defined career paths translate into dramatically reduced employee turnover costs, better understanding of business results, and a team of associates that lives the winning culture.